Hi, I'm Ken with HitchSource.com, and this is our tow vehicle electrical gear guide. We're going to be walking you through some of the options for connecting your RV's turn signal and stop assemblies up to your tow vehicle so you can be legal in all 50 states. The first part of towing electrical is taillight wiring. Taillight wiring is what allows your tow vehicle turn signals to mirror what happens in the RV. So when you're stopping or turning, people behind you can actually see what's happening. It's legally required in all 50 states, and there's really 4 different options for achieving that. So it starts with the integrated tow vehicle wiring kits that are specifically designed for vehicles. And then we have a diode-based kit that's more of a generic kit for separating the electrical system of the towed vehicle from the RV. And then we have the bulb and socket kit, which is a completely separate electrical system, has its own bulbs, and this is run and put back into your turn signal assembly on your vehicle. So you drill a hole and you run a second set of bulbs into your turn signal assembly. And then finally we have the magnetic towing lights as the final solution. So a little bit more details. The towed vehicle wiring kit from Blue Ox is a great integrated package. It's really easy to install and uninstall. So it's got these plugs that allow you to plug it right into your turn signal assemblies. Has its own diode block kit as part of it. Has all the wiring that you need to run to the front of the vehicle. So it's just an all-in-one system. When you're done using it and you want to sell your vehicle, you just unplug it. It's just a great all-around system. It's going to cost you a little bit more money, but you're going to make up for that in installation ease and time and potential issues with warranty, voiding of splicing into wiring and things like that. The diode-based kit is the original way of accomplishing this. Typically what you'll do is you'll splice it right into your turn signal and stoplight wiring. And so you have 2 separate signals coming in, one from the RV and one from the tow vehicle. And this diode allows those signals to go straight to the turn signal assembly and not cross talk between the RV and the vehicle. So it's just a way of using the existing turn signal bulbs without affecting the wiring or the computer systems of the car. The third solution is the bulb and socket kit. Again, you just drill a small hole in your existing turn signal assembly and run a completely separate set of wiring back there. It doesn't work with all vehicles, especially vehicles with LED taillights. You're going to need to use either a diode-based wiring kit or a magnetic tow light kit. And then on the magnetic tow lights, this is the least integrated option. It includes all the wiring you need to run it up to the tow vehicle. It gets the job done, but it's not very elegant, and you do have to put it on and take it off every time you tow. So those are the 4 options for taillight wiring. Now that your taillights are wired, you need to figure out how to connect your RV to your tow vehicle. Typically, the first step of that is to get a connector on the front of your vehicle. Most commonly, you'd use a 6-way connector, and you run the wiring from your taillight wiring kit up into this connector. Once this is in place, it typically attaches to the base plate itself. You simply attach a coiled electrical cable between the RV and the tow vehicle. So you want to make sure that your signals match up and that your connectors match up. The most common systems that you're going to see are a 7-way flat style connector on the RV and then a 6-way connector on the vehicle. That said, there's a lot of variation out there. Different RVs could have a 6-way connector. They might have a 4-round connector like this one here, and might even have a 4-flat. So some considerations there as far as the type of connector on the RV. The more signals that the cable has, the more options you've got in terms of what you send back there. And one of the key elements of having more connectors is being able to use a towed vehicle charging system. So if you're using an auxiliary braking system that's drawing current on your vehicle, you can buy a tow vehicle charging system that charges right off of the wire on your 7-way flat connector. You're going to want to make sure to test your RV flat connector. Not all of them have the power going to them by default. You may need to run a wire to do that, but it does give you a lot of options. And if you have a system that only has 4 wires, or if you want more signals, you can always buy aftermarket plugs and upgrade those. It's relatively easy to do. When it comes to the vehicle side, you want to make sure that you match the signals up to the appropriate signals on the RV side. So we recommend you get a circuit tester. You can go through and test each individual signal and figure out which ones are which. We also have standard wiring diagrams on our website, so you can come and see what the standard wiring systems are. And once you know that, it's really easy to wire these in. We offer complete wiring kits as well as individual piece parts for putting together your wiring system. If you have any questions about wiring or what you need, give us a call, talk to one of our wiring experts, or visit us at HitchSource.com.